The use of inTouch application is very easy. Here is the home screen where you have the small picture of the chart. Here you have 6 quick buttons, very useful. And here below you have 4 icons. The help menu is still not present because it's under work, under development. So in this moment it's not present, but it will be completed for the next releases of the application. So if I click on the chart, it says no pump connected. Click on waiver menu setup. So I click OK. I go to waiver menu and I hit setup. I add a device on the channel 1, which could be, for example, mover model. Here we have the European model, but in the USA obviously there are the gallon models. This model corresponds to the MX 4100, and I customize the description by setting, for example, in pump right pump. I could type, for example, pump on the bottom. I can select a color on the graph. It could be green for me. Then I add the device. In this moment, the pump that was physically connected to the channel 1 has started, and it is right at the 20%. In fact, in the chart here, I see a straight line on 20% power here. So it's very easy to add points on the graph by simply double tap on a point and double tap. The red line is the hour right now, and here below you have the time of the day and the power of the pump. So it is very easy to remove points by tapping twice on it, and to move a point, it's enough to move the point itself. When the operation is finished, you have to tap on save. It saves, and that's all. For the presets, to add presets here you have all the list of presets available. For example, to add a cycle, which is the one to produce waves, you have to set a start time for the preset. For example, it could be at 15 in the afternoon until 20 in the night, from the minimum power of 1% to the maximum power of 100%. For example, to create a wave, for sure, if you use 0.06 seconds at minimum, and then 0.06 seconds at maximum, here you have 0.25 and 0.25 of time to rise and time to fall, and you have to apply the preset to the pump you have installed, and then you hit on save. You will see that the block of the presets here appears on the screen, and the pumps will start pulsing, so you will get a wave. About installing a riser, you have to set up, for example, channel 2. Doesn't matter, you can install it on channel 1 or channel 2, doesn't matter. A riser. Here you have a riser model. Obviously, in the US, it's riser R850. Here you can select the type of riser, sump or surface. If you have sump, you will enter in a second into calibration mode. So I select the color, it could be, for example, violet, and add a device. Here I have the calibration mode. So the pump will go in real time at the power selected here. So if I select 1%, the pump will have a head pressure, the minimum head pressure. Probably to get the level of a tank, you could be around 35 to 45% of the minimum power. The calibration mode means the min power of the pump. So when you will press fish food button on the unit or on the quick buttons, the pump will go at this power, and you can't enter any point below this percentage. So I hit on save here. Then I go to the chart and I see that the icon here is here, create points. I can't create any point below the 45%. Okay, as I did before, I simply add points on the graph and then I hit save, and then the job is done. So when I get home, I see both graphs here, and if I, as I told you before, if I hit on feed mode, then the power, especially the riser, the return pump, will go to minimum, which is 45%. It means that no food enters in the sump and no air bubble get into the tank when I hit again feed mode. So I exit from feed mode. To activate the voice commands, it's needed to push on the button here. Yes, allow Rossmont inTouch to record audio. Yes, I allow it. Then I can say, for example, feed mode or power or off. For example, feed mode. And it goes in feed mode. To exit from the command, here the list now is very short, so you can say feed mode, power or off, but in the next releases there will be present the advanced selective commands, so it will be possible to do much more activity with voice commands, obviously. Here you have a very interesting button. So you have the real time for both pump. So you know the power in this moment of both channels, but you also can switch on and off here the channel. So in this moment is off, and you can switch it on just for a maintenance purpose. For more settings, I'll report to next videos.